Welcome to the Flashing Badger podcast. You are joining us for episode 3 of Delta Green, the victim of the art, or a victim of the art even. If you haven't listened to episodes 1 and 2, you should listen to them. Go back. We will be here waiting. Waiting patiently for you is...
Mike!
Fitz.
And Kane, thank you again for having me back. I just want to say thanks to the Discord. There was a bit of to and fro whether I'd come back to episode 3. And
yeah, I was very much trying to rally the troops for a no. But
yeah, I voted a no.
Yeah.
And look, as I always say to people, if you don't want Kane back, give us a 5-star review. If you do want him back, a 5-star review with some comments and a like and subscribe.
yeah, but it was touch and go there. It was sort of Wednesday night, Thursday night. I thought, I'm out. But here we are.
We were all against you, but you've persevered.
Thank you.
That's the most important quality in a Delta Green agent.
Flashing Badger, Flashing Badger, all right. Flashing Badger.
To give us a brief summary of what happened last episode, we're going to hear very, very quickly from Mike. Mike Henry, what was he doing last episode?
Last episode, Henry ventured out to the ED at Fort something, Glen Robbins. What's the name of this town?
We'll wait. Glenridge?
Glenridge.
Glen Robbins there's a wild reference for anyone who wants to look that up.
Wasn't Glenridge Sale of the Century? Yeah. Anyway. Yes. My character, Henry, found himself at the ED at Glenridge Hospital.
Which hospital?
Oh, if there's a name, I've written it down.
Yeah.
Everyone distract Gordon while I try and find it.
You want the name of the hospital that he went to or the hospital outside of town?
It's the Eastern Long Island Hospital.
Oh, yeah, I didn't write that down. So I went there with a view of meeting the mother of our most recent deceased, who is...
Lauren Harrogate.
Thank you. She wasn't there. She's already been moved on to the psych ward about an hour and a half north.
What's that called?
Swansea. It is Swansea.
See, Michael's getting called out here for not taking notes.
I have so many notes.
Wow.
But they all look the same.
Fitz.
They look like just little doodles.
They're the ramblings of a madman.
Fitz, what did Abby get up to?
Abby went to the local police station, met up with the chief, questioned him a little bit, offered the services, tried to find out what the department does and doesn't know and how far they've gotten their investigation. To let everyone know, it doesn't seem like they've gotten that far. They don't have any real clue. Abby sort of trying to point them away from anything supernatural or anything that might be within our department's purview. Got a few copies of police reports. Really, the only thing that seems to be a common factor or link any of these crimes is that they occurred sort of between 10 and midnight on each of the 3 occasions. It doesn't appear like any of our victims are linked. And no one has a clue thus far on what to do.
Okay. And Kane, Dr. Richard Murphy.
yeah, the good doctor spent the bulk of his time at the coroner's, speaking to the pathologist, Dr. Santorini. Mm-hmm. He was I'm fortunate to be able to look at the body of Lauren Harrogate, the third victim. He obtained some information from the pathologist, some medical reports, post-mortem reports, and a sample from the body of Lauren.
What was that? Tell me about the sample.
Yeah, so it was a grey substance that was found underneath the fingernails of Lauren. Unknown substance. He took a scraping of it and put it into a forensics type of bag and has taken that with him. He also got the autopsy reports from the 3 victims, which he'll convey that information to his team shortly.
Your team?
The team of which he's a part of, which he's been invited
into. Just wanted to iron that out early on.
Yeah. He'll let his
getting very comfortable here.
He'll task his subordinates appropriately soon.
Dr. Santorini seemed like a cool dude as well. I thought he was anyway.
Was a cool dude.
name.
Very different. Cool name. Cool. Had his music on. Dressed very eccentric. He was really interested. Wanted to be a big part of it. There was certainly some questions regarding the cause of death for all 3. Some stuff that just couldn't be explained normally, but nothing explicitly supernatural, similar to yours. The investigators aren't heading down that path at this stage, thankfully for us.
And since last week, I've handed you over the police reports and the coroner's reports for each of those, which are some great handouts made by someone online who I'll credit in the Discord because they're fantastic. Thank you very much.
You're going to upload the...
I will upload a map and some things, but we might have to try and sort of ration them out so they're not coming out too early for spoilers. But
yeah.
We'll go from there. They'll be in the Discord. Check the Discord. It's great. So what's your plan now? Are you all coming together before you go to stage? So it's about sort of between 11:30 and 12 now in the middle of the day?
Yeah, that'll make sense. We've each gone out on our separate excursions, and now we meet up again and sort of share the information that we have. For the sake of the listeners, I probably won't go through all of it again because they've just heard it once.
Yeah, but that's what we're doing. We reconvene. I think either it can be at the police station or even if it's back at our hotel, it doesn't really matter to us, I don't think. Or
Out of earshot would be good.
I think so too. A bit of privacy.
And are you doing a sit rep back to Thomas Carson?
Yeah.
I think so.
Can I put a phone call in to Thomas? Bring. Oh, no. He'll let it ring out if you do the bring noise. I've learned this before.
That's not his ringtone, so he's recognized.
His is La Cucaracha.
I'm putting a call into Special Agent Thomas Carson. Thomas, you there?
Henry.
I just wanted to give you a quick update on what's happening on our end. Mm-hmm. We've liaised with the local law enforcement, and they're obviously treating the three as being linked.
3.
So when we last spoke, there was a missing 17-year-old female named Laura. Laura was recovered late last
Lauren?
night. So, yeah, friends called her Laura. I'm getting too close to the case. Lauren, 17-year-old, went missing. However, overnight she was recovered. In similar circumstances, so that's how they've been able to link it. But notably for you is that samples have been recovered from all 3 victims, which is under the fingernails grey substance that is currently unknown, but the test sample has already been forwarded to Quantico. I wanted to give you the heads up. That'll form a large basis of where our investigation goes from here. Not stepping outside my lane here, but are you right to handle that? And if there's something to share, you share?
Sure. So he gets some details of the samples and what's been sent, who it's been sent by and everything, and he can chase those up and prioritize those for you. It's like, so it's going to be a few hours.
We also have a sample on our end that we can either retain, destroy, or if you have something local that would be faster for us to deliver it, we can also do that.
Is there any suggestion this sample might be a contaminant?
I hadn't even turned my mind to it. It's been collected with forensic considerations. There is a control sample that is held locally. This is a third sample that's just currently sealed.
Okay. See that it remains sealed. I want you to exhibit all due consideration there. It may or may not taste like chocolate pudding, but I don't want you to find out.
Understood. We're going to continue our line of inquiries on this end, but do you have any different information or updates that may govern what we do?
No, not at this stage. I can obviously facilitate any checks you need from this end. At this stage, I got no more information than you do. Nothing's come through.
While I have you, if I can just maybe give you a couple of names that you can run by the analysts to do those checks and get back to me.
Excellent. And what names are you providing him?
Lauren's details so that he can find mum's details and run a check on mum, dad and family.
Sure. So look, someone will send you those through very shortly.
And I do the thing where I just cover the mouthpiece of the phone and I'm like, anything else you want checked?
I want him to check out the detective in charge of the case.
Yes.
Harrigan.
Because she's been a bit stressed. I mean,
been a
she
bit
does
stressed.
have the world's worst case on her
Yeah.
plate at the moment.
Yeah, the detective
But
Gregson.
Scooby-Doo tells me if we've been introduced to a character, that they're every chance.
And if you see that the book on the bookshelf looks slightly different in the animation, that's the one that's going to move later on.
It's Hanna-Barbera.
So he puts through, he goes, look, let me look up on the state law enforcement database. And he looks up Gregson. Says, look, she's almost just over 15 years in the job. She's one of 4 detectives in Glenridge. She's got excellent test scores. She's doing her 6 monthly psych evals as normal. She was involved in an officer-involved shooting about 8 or 9 years ago, but nothing, she was all acquitted from that. There's nothing of note on her record. Just a few citations for diligent work.
Excellent.
Yeah, understood. If I think of something extra, I'll just get you on the phone, but we'll be going for the next few hours at least as we keep digging.
Okay. So you hang up the phone and very shortly afterwards your email linked to the burner phone there pings and a couple of records get sent through which just really have the next of kin details and so on. They're almost like phone book results for the deceased.
I've got those in front of me, guys. They've come up on my email now. For info, it's just telling me a bit about next to kins. I'll pass them around when you get a chance when we're heading to the next location, but nothing's jumping out at me at the moment. In terms of our latest victim, Lauren, says father unknown, the mum, Sandra, who's now up at Swansea, but there's also an aunt who's alive, a Margaret Couvet or Covert.
Yeah, perfect.
I wonder whether it's whether they're coming together now, sharing briefly, which we already have shared, what we've discovered, and coming up with some tasks and lines of inquiry there for the afternoon where we might like to go. What are you guys thinking is most prominent at this point?
Yeah, the only two real outstanding tasks I can sort of think of now that Chook's gone and sorted out the samples is the Lauren Harrogate's house and going to speak to her mum. I think that's a good idea from you, and I think that's pretty much our task, and I don't really see a need to split up for those.
Well, mum's an hour and a half away, and I feel like that journey alone is going to burn the afternoon, meaning that then you're sort of limited to only doing one or the other. So
Hour and
if
a
we
half.
do split,
Unless we can get some quick travel equipment, being a helicopter or something from
or a portal.
You know, I'm a federal agent. We usually have some. You know, we might be able to get a chopper flight or something like that up there. If it's a working hospital, it
If
might have a
mum's going to
helipad.
talk, we need mum to talk to us first. So I don't think that can afford to be delayed.
No,
But at the same time, you got uniforms sitting on a crime scene where a couple of detectives might suddenly wander in and discover something that we want as well. I think they're both high risk. I lean towards splitting, but what do you guys think?
I'm easily convinced either way. I'm not married to either idea.
Yeah, I'm happy with this.
I'm happy to go off my own.
I kind of want to send Doc up to the hospital because you'll have not only the skills for it, but also the most credibility in getting your way through.
Yeah, that sounds good. So, considering time's of the essence, maybe we can speak to Thomas Carson again from our group and arrange some fast travel for me. Some sort of chopper or something that can get me up there.
Yeah.
Because you rightly say we want to get there before she starts speaking and talks to the detectives.
Can I flick through a text to Thomas?
So let me explain to you something about Delta Green, about the rules before you make your decision on this. So Delta Green is obviously completely covert. Shouldn't be known, shouldn't be anything. So it's clear that Thomas has fudged some paperwork to have you as consultants on this matter. However, if you book a helicopter, these expenses that you've done so far are routine, the petrol and the motel room. This is going to be a major expense. So this is going to require one of you to make a decision about whether you're going to call in a favour, whether you're going to officially requisition this, whether you're going to spend your own money. And that's going to trigger some attention and probably a review down the track. Someone's going to ask why a helicopter was leased for civilian consultants to make a very short trip. I'm not saying that's something you shouldn't do. I'm just telling you that's something that's going to leave a paper trail that may cause you trouble down the track.
Just wanted to have a helicopter ride.
You know, pushing for it every episode.
Since they've only been recently invented, I just thought they'd be.
Why don't we give Doc the car
we
and
can-
you and I grab a uniforms vehicle from the station and we
police
head up
cruiser or
to
something.
and we head over
Well, we
to
could do
the
that.
scene.
That might be. We could probably wangle that without too much fuss.
Did you say wangle?
Yeah.
Definitely got an R in it normally.
Yeah, you mean wrangle?
I meant wrangle, but wangle's
Wangle's amazing. That is now the official
It's a,
term.
it's a soft R.
I'm aware of wrangle, but I'm also wangle is one too.
When you hand over the keys to the Doc, can you do the thing where you're handing him the keys and as he goes to grab them, you pull them back a little bit and you're like, not a scratch. Because it's a rental.
Yeah.
You fill it up.
Yeah, not a scratch.
Do not look in the glove
The
box.
fuel will be the same.
And the Doc's concerned. He walks around. He gets 8 different angle photographs of the
Yeah.
bumper zoomed in on the rear quarter panel just to
Yes.
cover himself because, he's been on a lot of work conference trips before with high cars. He knows how bad
knows
this
the
can go.
routine.
Yeah.
Months later, that's coming back to you.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
the only one who didn't take photos. Okay. Happy with that, Doc, that we give you the car and
Yeah.
you head up to Swansea?
Yep, off to Swansea. And the plan is to speak to Sandra, the mother of Lauren at Swansea.
Oh, knowing Gordon, you may even want to put a call in before you go because I can see you doing a 3-hour round trip. And like as you arrive, they're like, "Oh no, we sent her back to ED." Great.
It's like Fast and Furious. She's being kept on a moving truck that's going up and down the highway. You're gonna have to jump.
So, I'll put in a call to Swansea.
Yeah, she's here.
And look,
Will she be there in an hour and a half?
Yeah, she will.
Great.
She's booked in. She's not showing any signs of progress here. She's going to be here for a while.
great. All right. Well, it's a worthy endeavour to head to Swansea.
Gets there, and we just sedated her for the next 3 days. She can't be out.
See what you've done to us?
I'll just drip feed it. She'll be unconscious for another hour. Another hour? Do I hear a third hour? All right. So you're heading up that way?
Yeah, I get in the vehicle, the hire car, done on my 23-point check, and off I go to Swansea.
And the two of you have been dropped off to...
The police station?
Yep.
Yeah, and we're going to try and borrow a car off the chief.
Sure. He's got no problem with that.
Yeah.
You got along famously with him before.
Yeah. We
Where
talked
are you
about
two going?
Long Island celebrities.
I walk over to the driver's seat and you just walk over next to me and tell me to keep walking around, and I'll walk all the way around to the passenger seat.
Yeah. You're a civilian consultant, at least I'm law enforcement.
We now cross to the scene as firefighters reportedly have the blaze under control. Jimothy?
Thanks, Gret. Moments ago, the blaze was finally extinguished by the brave firefighters. Thank you for your service. And now I have with me a resident who witnessed the events leading up to it, a Mrs. Gloria Janowitz.
That's Miss Janowitz, honey. And you play your cards right, and I might let you take me to a very early dinner.
Gloria, what did you see?
I see everything, darling. Marianne, the young girl in apartment 14, she wasn't recycling her bottles correctly, and I had to...
Miss Janowitz, the fire. Did you witness anything with the fire?
Did I ever? There was a man with a mustache, and if he's watching this, honey, you call me. You left in such a hurry, I didn't get to tell you all about my porcelain cats and
Miss
my...
Janowitz, if you have nothing further about the fire, then I'll have to...
Dolores from Newport Bingo, she had an affair when she was 36, and you won't believe what happened to
Back
the
to you
baby.
in the studio, Gret.
Fashion Badger.
And we're going to head.
Did you grab your bag out of the back of the rental car, Abby?
I was thinking about this, and I did.
Did you?
Because it's got licensed firearms in it, and I wouldn't want
Doc has
the
a grenade launcher.
to have.
No problem. I'll just take note of who's not armed at the moment.
Yeah, thank you.
And Doc, you're not. You don't walk around with a firearm on you, I presume.
I don't. Got no reason to carry.
No.
Never really had much of an interest in this.
You
sort of
familiar
thing.
with the firearms laws in New York State?
I am.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Abby is.
Abby's not got any automatic weapons with her?
No, she doesn't.
Okay. What kind of weapons has she got?
Well, funny enough, she has a medium, she has a semi-automatic pistol, 9mm on her belt. She's also got an ankle holster, which has a small revolver. And she also has a pump-action shotgun.
Pump action.
Which is legal in the state. I did check this. Which is legal in the state of New York, and especially she gets an exemption as a federal officer.
Fantastic.
I'm staying so close to Abby. Do you want to hear what weapons I've got?
Yeah.
Unarmed.
Yeah, good.
I also have spare magazines. I have a Kevlar vest. I have
Yeah, she's a one-man army.
I've got additional equipment. I've got a police band radio
kill you off first.
with throat microphone. Yeah.
You can tell us if it becomes relevant.
Yeah.
We're heading over to the home address of Lauren Harrogate.
So you get there and there's still uniform parked at the front. There's police tape up on, you can see a second floor, small balcony sort of landing area. You say your salutations to the guy there and he lets you inside the house.
Oh, cool.
You get inside and the ground floor looks completely undisturbed. There's no sign of any intruder. There's no sign of any issue. The second floor bedroom that faced onto the balcony is clearly Lauren's room. It's decorated. It's a young woman's bedroom. It's got posters on the wall and all sorts. But the French doors that lead out.
What bands would a 17-year-old girl post?
2017? This would be One Direction, surely.
Yeah,
or multiple direction by then?
BTS, are they?
Yeah,
that?
Yeah,
What are they called
she's
again?
a K-pop.
She's
fiend.
a K-pop.
K-pop.
She loves
Does
it.
that come out
Mad for
2017?
I think that might be a bit early.
Yeah,
This is
like
almost
2017.
10 years ago, guys.
This is,
Taylor Swift's obviously massive.
Taylor Swift,
yeah.
And she's on the up.
Still, Tay-Tay on the up.
She's a Swiftie, this girl.
Yep.
yeah.
Brilliant. I'm glad you're compiling a behavioural profile already. You guys are excellent.
Look, it just comes second nature.
Oh, and she was a cheerleader, so absolutely Taylor Swift and stuff.
Yeah.
What was that show where they all used to sing at high school?
Glee.
Glee. She's a Glee fan.
Gleefland.
I'm sorry, my throat went as I said a glee flan. Yes,
She loves to wangle some glee.
How many calamari Flanders that crossed?
Oh,
But the obvious change to the room is these big double sort of doors that would go out to the balcony area, which is only probably 6 foot square, are completely smashed in. And there was no exaggeration when Hannah said to you that it looks like a train's gone through them. They are completely frame hanging into the room, glass everywhere. It's like something has been forced through these doors. And to you, it's like you can't quite picture one person putting a sledgehammer through the window or throwing a man-sized log through the window wouldn't make a hole this big. This is 10 or 12 feet wide. The doors are completely caved in and collapsed. There is the room is disturbed in the sense that the bed's been knocked back and those kind of things, but it doesn't look like anyone's ransacked it. And there's no blood or anything like that. The forensic people have come through. You can see the sort of fingerprint powder traces everywhere. It looks like the forensic crime scene people have been through, but you can't see anything that really stands out to you. You can certainly spend more time searching that room if you want.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think
Come all this way, and I'm looking for something that will stand out to me that would not stand out to some sort of crime scene analyst who's looking at break-ins and humans and things like that.
And exactly the same from me as well. Looking for, even though like you described, you couldn't tell how this kind of damage was done, whether it was pushed in or that. We're looking for things like that might give some indication, whether it be.
Do you want us to name some things we might be searching for?
Sure.
Something I like the idea of is that if it's not man-shaped hole or a log's gone through like that, I'm thinking something really wide. Mm-hmm. And so we would normally fixate on the door or the door handle, that sort of point of entry on these double doors.
Yeah.
I want to look wider to the frame of the double doors, and if something even wider than that has brushed against it or left a mark on, let's say, the brick or whatever the side is, and we know of the sample that's come from the fingernails, but when they did this analysis early on, they wouldn't have been looking for that because that was recently discovered at the chief medical examiner's office. So I'm looking for that style of substance on the double doors or on the bed.
Okay. And also the balcony itself, because whatever sort of went into the room would have to, you would think, and if it's got Lauren with them, then it would have to turn around and then leave via the same way, you would assume. So did it jump off the balcony? Did it stand on the edge of the balcony first? Did they, whatever, with Lauren in their hands, how did they leave? So those kind of marks, those kind of areas too.
Which one of you is best at searching?
Could be me. I've got a 60.
I've got a 50. So
So whoever's best, if the two of you are acting in concert, just whoever's best take the role.
A 44. So that is a critical success.
Critical success.
oh yeah,
Doubles.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Rolling hot.
So you do a very thorough search of this room, and the inside of the room is carpeted, and there's no muddy footprints. There's nothing you can see on the ground there that indicates an intruder. Looking around the balcony, including around the edge, around the sort of railing, there's no marking whatsoever. It's like she was teleported out of this room, if this is indeed the way she left. You even go to the neighbours' houses, look round, see if there's CCTV cameras, see if there's any on the house, and there's nothing. This is a really quiet Long Island neighbourhood. No one has anything. Some people have ones that face the street, and you do review the relevant hours of those, and there is no vehicles coming and going. You can't see anyone skulking in. It looks like whoever came in or whatever came into this house over the back through some other avenue, but there's no markings that you can find. There's no forensic evidence. There's no fingerprints on the window frame, and you don't find any of that grey substance.
Wow.
It's a bit of a bust.
Absence of evidence. She's really popular. She's a cheerleader. She's social. I guess I'd be looking for her mobile phone, her smartphone, whether she has a computer with a webcam where she chats to her friends, something, because this is, let's say, 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
If she's mid-chatting to a friend or something and then douche
What platform would she be using?
in 2017,
Yeah.
Facebook's already going out by 2017 with popular kids. Oh, Instagram, surely.
Instagram.
And Snapchat.
Snapchatting. I reckon she'd be Snapchatting. And we check out.
So,
she got a phone.
funnily enough, there's no laptop in her room. There's no phone. There's no phone charger. There is a landline phone that is plugged in on the dressing table near the door, opposite side of the room to the bed. But that's it. There is no infrastructure here that seems to support a mobile phone. And there's no computer.
She's from 1972.
I was going to say, is this 1917?
Yeah, I was about to say, she's a 17-year-old girl in a cheerleader. There is no way
I
she
can't
doesn't.
tell if Gordon's just like,
No.
move on, there's nothing here.
they have a link?
Or if he's like, quite suspicious that a
And Henry and
17-year-old
I
wouldn't
have this
these things.
discussion going, what 17-year-old girl does not have a mobile phone? I'll be like, Abby's like, my 10-year-old daughter has a mobile phone. What 17-year-old cheerleader don't have a mobile phone?
It's almost like, Abby, that people have already been here, like you and I had planned. It feels like a team's already come through and grabbed the things that we wanted.
Cleared it
And
out.
as part of your canvas of the neighbourhood, when you're asking for CCTV cameras, you speak to the neighbour, and the neighbour is a real busybody. Her name is
Don't make me say it.
Gloria Janowitz.
Yes! She's moved to Long Island.
She
Oh, this is
says-
where she used to live.
Yeah, I'm staying with my cousin Anthea.
And she says, oh, that Lauren, she's such a nice girl. She's so nice. But do you know what she did? She did the cyberbullying.
Oh.
She did the cyberbullying. And her mother, she took that
Oh,
phone.
that took you two an extra second.
I don't know what that is about, but I know that that's what the kids call it, the cyberbullying. And she did that. And her mom, she went absolutely ballistic. She was like the Khomeini. She went crazy. She took away her phone. She took away her. And she hasn't had any of that stuff for 3 months already. And you know what? She's had to use a rotary phone. Yeah. We had to teach her how to use it. She even said you can't smoke in restaurants anymore.
Do you happen to know who she was bullying?
Oh, they were picking on some girl at school, but I don't know who that was. I do know though that that means her mother just hears all our phone calls now and makes sure she's behaving herself. And she's a nice girl, but she's a bit of a bully.
So you see a lot of things, Gloria,
Oh,
but
my
you
God.
missed what happened on this particular night.
Well, sweetheart, I don't know. Someone said it was about 10 p.m. and my dinner time is 5:30 p.m. and I'm in bed by 7 and I wear a sleep mask. And you see these glasses, sweetheart, these glasses are not for decoration. I thought your friend there was the Macho Man Randy Savage, but it turns out it's a beautiful girl. Hello, sweetheart, up there. Hello.
Gloria's so mean.
4'2" of her.
Yeah, that's okay.
We're not getting anything else out of Gloria.
no,
I think Gordon's
it-
just having fun.
It's okay, sweetheart. I'm sure someone will love you as a giant. That's fine. You'll be okay. And it's nice you brought your small sister with you.
Who's a bloke?
Gloria doesn't care. She thinks genders are for new age people. She doesn't understand that. Gloria's not vindictive. She's not an evil woman. I need you to know that. She's just
All right. Well, I
maliciously
think then
misguided.
Please don't ask her any
No,
more
I'm not
questions.
asking. I'm already walking back to the car. The second she called me Randy Mushroom Savage.
Is that a police car? I've never been in a police car. Can I have a go in the police car?
Keep it up, Gloria, and you will be.
Oh my God.
All right.
We've done the house. I feel like
Yeah.
we've searched everything here. It's just
like
sort of
that's it.
reinforced the aerial angle of this investigation. Abby, can you think of anything we're missing?
No, I genuinely can't. Not from the home. We've given it a very thorough search with your double fours. So I'm happy that there's nothing else here. We've canvassed the neighbourhood. I
The
think
way those doors have been blown open and off their
open, though.
hinges, you're thinking that this is right up our alley.
this is very much right up our alley. And the total lack of any other type of evidence
Yes.
or witness or anything is also starting to give me that niggle, that little bit of concern that maybe there's something else at play here. I hadn't thought it, but until you mentioned that maybe there's be another sweeping crew in here or something, maybe not. I don't know. But
100%.
something else is happening here too. Like it's definitely not natural, whatever we're looking for.
So you guys done there? You
Yeah.
finished up?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to cut across to Dr. Murphy.
Dr. Murphy arrives at
Funny,
Swansea.
well-known Long Islander, Eddie Murphy.
Is he?
Yeah.
There we go. Are you related to Eddie?
He's
No.
not from Long Island.
He's in Long Island, though.
Murphy's a pretty uncommon name.
So Dr. Murphy turns up at Swansea and walks into the front, says to the reception, "Hi, I'm Dr. Murphy. I rang 90 minutes ago to speak to Sandra and I was told..."
Oh, she's gone home.
Yes. I knew it was coming.
She hasn't. I'm sorry. So you get there and she's like, yeah, of course. And just refers you up to their
Straight to Sandra.
the short stay wing, and you go up to there, and the doctor in charge meets you. There's always a psychiatrist on duty, and she meets you at the front. She says, "Oh yes, I understand you're from the police."
Correct. I'm from the FBI, but I'm here as a support to this investigation, and I was really interested in doing an examination on Sandra and hopefully speaking to her. Can I ask, has she said anything to you since she's arrived?
She's been completely non-verbal since she arrived. I'm not sure how much you know about her history, but she handed over the file that you can have a browse through, which pretty much matches up with what she's saying, which is, look, she's previously been on prescription medication, a couple of common ones for depression and anxiety. This all seems to be fairly acute since her husband died from lung cancer about 12 months ago. She's been seeing a psychiatrist for 8 months. This is all routinely prescribed through him, and I haven't seen this kind of acute episode since then. It's been pretty well managed. She's obviously had some mood issues, and she's had some ongoing care for that, but certainly nothing to this extent. Even when she came in here, as soon as the orderlies tried to help her out of the ambulance, she started screaming. She can't be touched. She's allowing us to feed her, and she's drinking, but apart from that, there's been no communication. There's really, apart from getting an IV into her now and seeing what we can do in terms of managing her medication, monitoring her vitals, we're at the moment just waiting for some of the more acute trauma to subside.
Okay, so in your professional opinion, you're the triaging psychiatrist. Have you done any preliminary investigations or assessments on what might be the issue, or are you just, it's still in the acute stage and you're just waiting?
So we've done her functional assessments to make sure her reflexes and reaction, and she's certainly not exhibiting any neurological damage to our best information.
Yep.
She's responding well to all the reflex tests, and to all the vitals are staying within range, but psychosocially, we're getting no contact from her at all.
All right. Are you happy if I go check Sandra myself and try to speak to her?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you. So I walk in, and is anyone else in the room, or have I got free?
No, it's just you. And I'm perfectly happy with your medical background experience that whatever test you do is going to get, you don't need to roll any dice for me, you're going to get what you need to know out of this.
Go nuts.
Yeah. So I basically figure out what the problem is. No, so I do, I sit down, I do the usual test, I get out my torch, shining it into her eyes, looking for pupil dilation, those sorts of things.
So all that shows us no brain damage or acquired brain injury, no normal and reactive pupils and all that sort of stuff.
Yep. And I'm thinking back to some case studies I've read over the years, some different unusual sort of presentations, and I'm just trying to see if any of what I'm seeing matches that at this point.
This presents to you as a trauma-induced catatonia, like she's just gone into shutdown, she's been pushed over her mental limit, and she's just basically collapsed into herself. And you've read papers that say this has lasted hours, to papers that's like extreme shock, to papers that say this has lasted for the rest of their lives.
Yep. So I take Sandra's hand, and I know that physical touching and sensations can sometimes help people.
She starts screaming immediately.
Yeah, so it obviously failed. So I return her hand back to her lap and vow never to touch her
The
again.
exact issue is.
Yeah. And I lean forward and introduce myself. Sandra, Dr. Murphy here. No relation to your...
No relation.
to your famous...
to Charlie.
However, I'm here to speak to you and speak to you about what happened last night with Lauren. Is there anything you can tell me about what you saw?
There is no response.
Yeah, that's what I feared. So I do a quick assessment from a physical assessment as well, just looking, seeing if there's any injuries, any marks, that sort of thing.
And you see she's in like a gown now and things, but you can see she's got no marks, no bruises, doesn't look like she's been grabbed or assaulted. There's no abrasions or cuts or scratches on her anywhere. She looks to you like a person in perfectly fine health, perhaps a little thinner than she should be, which is probably not uncommon for the medication that she's on, but she looks worn and tired, obviously, but you can't see any physical symptoms of injury.
My assessment at this stage is she's seen something so traumatic, so shocking that she's having an acute stress response to this, and that I'm not going to get much out from her. I noticed the medical records at the end of the bed. I do a cursory look at that, but my understanding is that nothing leaps out at me as significant.
That really bears out what the triaging doctor told you, and is pretty consistent with that. Reasonably normal history up until about a year ago with the death of the husband, and then looks like appropriate psychiatric steps to manage that.
So I'll go back and speak to the psychiatrist. Thank you for letting me see Sandra. I appreciate your time. I think you've done a really thorough assessment. Everything that you've told me, I'm corroborating. I see exactly the same here. Can I leave my details with you? And if anything comes to light, or certainly if she becomes responsive, will you mind getting in touch with me immediately?
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you.
And then
So,
administer a shot of adrenaline straight to her heart in order to wake her up.
as Pulp Fiction has taught us,
As the Pulp Fiction
She screams endlessly.
you walk out the front door of the hospital, and standing directly outside between you and your car is a guy who is holding up a mobile phone, and he's filming himself on selfie mode. And just as you walk out, you catch the end of, he's like, yeah, we're coming to you live from the scene right now, and word is that Glenridge Chiropractor victim struck again. There's one more in the hospital here, and we're going to keep you updated. Stay tuned to phenomenex.com. And as he sees you walking towards the dark Suburban, he immediately hurries over, and you can see him clock the ID badge that you've still got clipped to your belt. What up? And this time his colleague sort of comes around the corner, and she's holding like one of those, like almost Steadicam rigs, but with an iPhone on it. And he's going, Georgia, get in. And he's filming it. And he says, okay, so we're here live with one of the federal investigators assigned to this matter. We're from Phenomenex. What comment do you have about the striking again of the chiropractor?
Look, I have nothing to say at this point in time. I know just as much as you do, and I appreciate.
Great, but you can confirm the FBI are here to investigate.
I'm not in a position to confirm anything.
Okay. He's like, Georgia, zoom. And she zooms in.
And
on
I'm panicking
your
at this
FBI
point. Just
ID badge.
Yeah.
Just running in the car.
So I'm walking backwards. Clearly didn't realize that I had my FBI thing. This is my first essentially covert deployment. I've messed up terribly. So I'm just beelining straight to the car to get out of there. But the whole time I'm thinking, what can I say to get out of this mess? So the key's in the ignition.
They're doing the paparazzi thing now where they're like, they've followed you and they're outside.
Yeah, and
the
I'm
window.
trying to do the window up, but because the key, the ignition, the car hasn't been turned on, it's not going, but I'm panicking. So I'm pulling the button, trying to turn the car over, and eventually, hopefully, the car starts.
It does. You start driving. You're driving back towards Glenridge.
At this point, I haven't even thought about it. I've just panicked. I'm getting out of there. But once the dust settles, I've got behind the YouTuber. Sorry, he's behind me. I think that I'll need to go speak to Abby and Henry or
Yeah,
Chook.
last you see is you drive off. They're still on the pavement, just behind. Sort of, you see them packing away their equipment and things and high-fiving each other.
So I get my phone out and I send in the group chat to Henry and Abby. Nothing of note at the psychiatrist at Swansea. Heading back to see you now.
You're about 20 minutes into the drive when your phone rings. Your FBI phone.
Hello?
Richard, it's Thomas. I need one of you to get in the car and come see me right now.
Yeah, Thomas, I'm in the car. I can come see you now. What's happened?
We can't talk about it over the phone. I need you to come back.
All the way back? 8 hours back?
I need someone to come to Quantico and meet me.
Okay, I can head there right now. Can I tell the...
This is not a phone we can have this conversation on.
Okay, I'll see you shortly.
That's how we lost Kane from the podcast.
As the Discord voted, we've got him out.
So immediately, there's two things. One, I'm thinking this forensic sample has come back with something of note, and he wants to brief me in person on that. That's the glass half full story. The glass half empty story is I'm now on YouTube live.
You're a Twitter celebrity.
Yeah, and I'm getting one to the back of the head when I get back there. So
Cool. Make a luck roll. So I'm going to leave. You've got a drive ahead of you. So it's about
We'll see
are you
you
telling
in
us?
8 hours.
it's about 2:00 in the afternoon. I'm going to say you're going to get there about 9 or 10 o'clock at night.
Yep.
So
do I send them a group message? I think I should.
I'm not here, mate. Yeah,
up to you.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want. There's no right or wrong answer.
I'm just not omnipotent narrator.
But
Yes.
I think after a while we might go,
I don't think he's coming.
Correct.
where'd the doctor go?
So I get
There
in
was
the,
3 of us, yeah.
I get in the group chat. Really brief message. Abby, Henry, been called back to headquarters. Long drive ahead of me. Keep you updated. That's it. I'm worried as well. With Thomas said I can't talk on the phone. I'm even worried about what I can say in the text. So I've just said back to headquarters.
Next we see of you, you're ordering 3 long blacks from a truck stop. You're at work. It's 3:47 p.m. You've opened the same email 4 times and still haven't read it. Then your phone buzzes.
Hello, mate. Free tickets, front row, this Friday.
You check your leave balance. 0 days, 0 options. You need something believable, something airtight, something final. That's where Conveniently Deceased comes in. For just $9.95, we'll publish a tasteful, convincing obituary right when you need it the most. Got a detail-orientated boss? Upgrade to our premium grief package. We'll send a sympathy card to the office, and even a co-worker who quietly says,
He lit up every room. Mate, take the week. Honestly, just take 2. Front row seats.
no questions, no suspicion, no awkward, didn't they pass away last quarter? Again?
Didn't we already morning?
Is this the same cousin?
Are you running out of relatives?
And for just $2.50 extra, we'll keep track of who you've already used.
Oh, thank God.
Conveniently deceased, because sometimes the only thing standing between you and happiness is someone else.
Conveniently deceased. Take the day off with ease.
Flashing badger.
So you guys, by the time you've done the crime scene search and you've left, you're probably not that far. You've probably been out of that for about an hour. What have you been doing since we left you?
We've just been convening, but been spitballing ideas, seeing where we are with our investigation, what any leads, if we have any at all, we have. We don't really seem to have much more. We could go and look at the scenes of the other murders, which is probably the only real course of action left for us. We've canvassed all the witnesses we know of. We've canvassed all the investigators. We've canvassed all the places except for those 2. So, in lieu of anything else, I would suggest Henry that perhaps we go and look at the other 2 scenes, the library and the doctor's office, just for thoroughness, really.
Could I put in another call?
Yep.
This probably wouldn't be to Thomas. I might go through local police for this one. What I'm thinking is there's a map of Glenridge, and the eastern side of this peninsula is all parkland, Peconic Park. And the 2 of the attacks, so Vanessa and Carl, their bodies are located on the border of that park. And what I'm thinking is we have a very small amount of data, which is 3 deaths. So I want to ask the local PD if there's been series of attacks around Peconic Park or anything unusual. Because at the moment, I'm just looking at data of 3 murders. But what if there's 50 different incidents over a period of time that are just getting attributed to other
Well, there might be
that
some
might help
park
me.
rangers or something down there.
So I'm happy that you can either have this conversation or that you've reviewed the police reports and things.
I have,
But you can find no meaningful pattern in beyond the normal of people walking through the park who have been mugged or lost property or anything like
but
that.
no real like weird unexplained attacks.
And certainly no uptick. And no, you do, those frequency maps and all that
Yep.
stuff, and there's nothing there that indicates to you this is any more dangerous a part of the city than anywhere else.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got 2 Friday nights and a Saturday night, 21 then 14 days apart. I think, yeah, we're at a bit of a loss there. We might head up. Are there park rangers at Peconic Park?
Yeah,
We speak to them.
great.
We turn up at the Rangers' little hut office that they have, their little,
Yeah, it's like a shed. It's
That one.
pretty. Yep,
where they keep their like 4-wheel motorbikey thing in.
yep. And they're like, no, there's been no significant uptick in attacks around here.
But in terms of wildlife through here, what do you get? Through Peconic
raccoons,
Park. Yep.
squirrels,
Do you get any?
no badgers.
Okay. Do you have any members of the public passing through that say they've seen things? Because I come from out Wisconsin way, and there's folklore and things of like Wendigoons and all
Thinking
kinds
about
of
a
crazy stuff.
Chupacabra.
Yeah. Any local monster that?
Can't. It's been years since anyone saw a werewolf. No chupacabras, no werewolves, no Mothmans, Mothmen,
Man.
moth persons.
Last I heard, he wouldn't get off your couch.
It's very funny.
Until I turned the light out.
Well, you're still looking at me like there's something I'm missing. I'm ticking things off my sheet. There is something I want to check, but I don't know about that information.
Well, you can certainly have a.
We still talk to Kane.
Yeah,
We're just-
I'm
we're
more
just
than happy
separated by phone
if you're
calls.
speaking to Richard, as long as it's nothing protected, you can talk about it over the phone. You can talk about secret stuff over the phone if you want. It's just it might come back to bite you.
Rich,
No,
Rich,
but my character wouldn't even ask this.
Rich is like texting us going, can you guys call me? I'm trying to stay awake on the long drive.
I'm driving along and I've had my 3 long blacks, and I'm just thinking about there's just this link that I had heard about from the autopsies, and that was that, and from the reports, they've all fallen from some sort of height, and I just can't shake that from my mind. So I pull over, I send a message to Abby and Henry and say, I'm tied up at the moment. I just can't shake the idea of this falling from heights, something in the skies type of thing. Can we check with local radars? Can we check if there's been anything sighted?
Is there a local airport or
something like
might
that?
have?
And I'm like, I'll leave it to you guys. I'm obviously heading back to headquarters, but that's just, I can't shake that line of inquiry.
Have you told them about the YouTube crew?
No.
Because we all know YouTube is the lowest form of scum,
YouTubers and podcasters.
and podcasters are second worst. Okay, that hasn't been disclosed. Yeah, look, there's an airport Air National Guard base that's not far away, just on the other side of the Peconic Bay.
And I'm driving along and I pull over again because I've just had this other thought.
This is going to take
peer
you,
pressure.
It's going to take you 9 hours at
You know
this
there's
point.
hands free in the car. You don't have to.
Oh, but I'm just, yeah.
And you know what? It's 2017. It was fine. It was safe to text and drive in 2017.
True, true. Yeah, that seatbelt hadn't even been invented. So I call Henry.
Hey, it's Henry.
G'day, it's Dr. Murphy.
That's why you always introduce yourself, Dr.
You don't
Hey,
go
You
Dr.
didn't go to medical school for 8 years to be called Mister.
You don't go just to help people. You go to earn that honorific. So Dr. Murphy here. Listen, something's happened before and it slipped my mind of being relevant. When I was leaving Swansea after speaking to Sandra, I kind of got harassed and filmed by these YouTubers. They have this YouTube channel. They're reporting on the 3rd victim being Lauren. They asked me to comment. I had my FBI badge or ID on my hip. I'm a bit worried.
Did they film you?
Yes.
Where were they from? It wasn't phenomenex.com by any chance, was it?
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yep. And it was a 2-person crew,
Yep.
and they filmed me, and I just got out of there. But they seemed to know a little bit about the case. Not long after that, I was called back to headquarters, so I'm a bit worried about that. But what are your thoughts on this?
Nah, it is what it is. This stuff will pop up from time to time. Leave that inquiry with us. We've just run out of things to do on this end, so that'll give us someone to probably speak to.
Try and scrub that or something like that.
Yeah, but I wonder what-
They may also point us in the right direction.
Correct.
I'd be interested to see their previous videos too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll live with you two guys.
Roger that.
Girls.
And this is where you'd come into your fore, Henry Chook, being the sort of
Garbage YouTube.
technical analyst intel guy.
Yeah, what I want to do now is, as much as we turn our mind to scrub it and destroy it, this could be, if you're a local or you've seen something and you want to be like, everyone, you've got to believe me, I saw a giant bird monster or something, and people are like, don't believe you, phenomenex.com come along and go, yeah, we've had 3 different reportings.
Can you roll an intelligence roll for me, please?
Sure can. I've given you a 52, which is under 85. Turns out I'm smart.
So you know Phenomenex. You know that back in like 2005-ish, this was a like cable TV series about UFOs and the
Yes, awesome.
fire in the sky stuff and they did the the reenactments of the alien autopsies and all this stuff.
Someone disappeared there for
Robert
it must be.
Robert Stack did guest appearances.
Yes, he did. And Jonathan Frakes as well.
Yes.
Have you ever been given a bunch of flowers?
Imagine you're an octopus.
Have you ever spoken to a waiter?
Have you ever stubbed your toe?
What's the tallest fish?
Fish wore pants, would it be from the tail up or from the lower section down? Right. So Phenomenex was a bit of a sort of pre-meme of a show
Yep.
that was in cable TV. And in the late 2000s sometime, this show was sold off. You don't necessarily know this per se, but it converted to a real cut rate web series. And it's like the sort of TMZ of, alien investigations.
Conspiracy
and they do
theories type
It's
thing.
a shaky cam garbage.
Correct.
Yeah.
They do the Bigfoot. They do the UFOs, the Sasquatch, the Chupacabra, the Mothman.
And everything comes back to Area 51.
Always Area 51. You know of them. Are you going online and searching like their current content?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the first thing you see, the most recent video is a 17-minute video, which has the 7-second clip of Richard saying he's got no comment like 12 times throughout the video. It's interspersed through, like that's at the start and it's at the end. At one point they do it in slow-mo in black and white.
And they slow his voice at one point as well.
I have. And at one stage
and the screen goes red sort of as well.
They mute the word no, so it's like, I have comment. Like, what did he want to say?
And like a big stamp goes over the top. Like, suspicious guy.
So it's
We'd also like to thank
the confetti cannon animation.
trauma supplements that have sponsored this video.
I was going to make fun of one of their VPNs, but I can't remember. One of them actually sponsors you. So anyway, whichever one the bad one is, they sponsor them, not our friends at NordVPN. So this is known to you, and you look through some of their previous videos, and there are 5 or 6 relating to the Glenridge Chiropractor, and there is one there that's like Glenridge Chiropractor, man or werewolf. Glenridge Chiropractor.
Sorry,
the Mothman? Question mark. Glenridge
Did you say the Glenridge
Pyrocactor? I probably did.
That's amazing.
He cracks your back and bursts into flames.
My speech defect is a recognised disability. I will not be bullied.
I'm not mocking you. It's actually amazing.
The Pyrocactor. The Glenridge Chiropractor.
These thumbnails are amazing too. They're so catchy.
Yeah, there are a series of them, and they're all absolutely vacuous nonsense. 12 to 15 minute mark, all these videos just over the monetization limit.
Get those mid-roll ads.
They've got ad breaks in the middle, and they're always advertising something terrible. But there is a whole series on this, and there is one for almost any theory you can think of. Like you say, Mothman attack, or a werewolf, or a serial killer, or is it the reincarnation of Ted Bundy? And
Do any of them have witnesses? People that actually come out and say, I saw this?
you can watch all of them if you like.
Oh,
It's going to take you hour and a half.
Not if I hold my thumb on the right side of the screen, it goes at twice the speed.
When did YouTube implement that feature?
Oh, he's gotcha. Why would you do that? You're like, if I'm going to spend 8 hours in a car, you got to slow us down a little.
I think.
Okay, well, yes, I will watch them.
Okay.
By all means, if you want me to sit in the passenger seat while you head somewhere, I can do that.
I can't really think of it.
Yeah, no, we got the other crime scenes.
You
I
talked
like
about going to
those.
the crime scenes before.
Yeah, so I'll go do those. And
Hey, I'm coming with you.
And whilst I'm doing that, Henry's in the car, just headphones in.
Oh,
just,
you don't want to listen to them?
just streaming these
fair.
videos. No. I meant more for you to concentrate.
Oh,
rather
thank
than-
you.
No, you can leave them on loud if you want. I've got actually a laptop as well, so if you wanted to have 2 running.
So you go through the videos. I'll cover where you go afterwards, but I'll give you the summary. The summary of the videos is a couple of times you see it flash up on screen, local resident so-and-so, and you see these different people come up. And it's almost always someone who's just been cornered. It looks like on the street outside a convenience store. And he's like, no, I've lived here for years and there's never been any trouble. That kind of vox pop nonsense. At one stage, there's like a 6 to 8 minute long interview with Gloria Janowitz. And during that,
Slanders everyone in the
she
street.
exposes a lot of dirty laundry about the street, including, like full names and addresses.
Yes.
But nothing beyond what she told you about, that she was in bed and she was, woken up when the police turned up when they knocked on her door. There's really nothing in there of value for you. They have one that's called Shark of the Skies, the chiropractor killings, where they talk about that they've been taken up into an alien craft and thrown down. But it's the same production value as any of their stuff. It very much feels like they're throwing theories at the wall and seeing what sticks.
And they don't give specifics, I'm tipping. It's just they throw out these notions, but there's no this location, this time.
Absolutely not. No.
The most recent video, the one that features Doc, can I select the flag this, report this content for copyright breach?
Sure.
That'll buy us a couple of days.
You can do that. Abby, which crime scene are you going to?
First off, we're going to, because I think it's the closest, we're going to go to Vanessa Hatvan's crime scene, body in the tree.
To the library? Yep.
To the library. What I'm sort of, given the nature of the first crime scene, I'm confident that the locals are at least doing a decent job of their crime scene searches. And I have no reason to doubt their competencies in that regard. What I'm looking for when I get there is knowing that it's a 14, 15, 16-day-old crime scene now.
And it's outdoors.
It's outdoors.
A tree,
realistically, the only thing I'm doing is sort of walking around the base of the tree, looking out and around to see if there's any possible, point of view from someone else that may be missed. But I'm also looking for, this is something where I'll bring my sort of US Marshall-y type outdoorsy knowledge into any sort of
Hen house, outhouse, doghouse.
hen house, outhouse, dog house, schoolhouse.
The US Marshal.
Because the speed of a man on foot across uneven ground is 3 miles per hour.
The speed of a headless librarian. Looking for carrion, maybe the head wasn't located, so looking for any signs of carrion sort of stuff, anything like that, even up the tree.
Any
around,
sign of sort of a predatory or scavenging
anything
animal.
like that. And that's what I'm doing sort of outdoors there.
I'm going to need you to take probably about an hour doing that.
Yep.
To do a really thorough canvass of the park. And while you're doing that, I'm also happy that you can get the information from the library.
Yeah.
As part and parcel of you doing this whole crime scene. And essentially, what comes from the library is that day on October the 7th, she scanned out of work at the normal time.
Which was?
7 p.m, say, when the library shut. And no sign of her anywhere else. There's big open land around the library. There's CCTV of her walking out of the front door and immediately disappearing, but there's nothing else. There's no other buildings close by. There's a good bit of free civic land around them. The buildings opposite have no CCTV and she never appears. You've seen in the police report you were given, you've seen that she never appears on any of the other cameras again.
Okay.
It's like she was taken from somewhere outside of the library. You look around the tree, the base of the tree, you can see, compared to the crime scene photos, that fork in the tree where her body was recovered. And it is, 12 meters, 30 plus feet off the ground if it's a minute. And this is a tree that you would struggle to climb on your own, let alone carrying someone.
Yeah.
The first handhold is a long way off the ground. You look at the trunk of the tree and see that there's no indents in the bark or scrape marks that indicate climbing equipment. There's no footing in the soft soil at the base that indicates that a ladder's been put there. And you find absolutely no trace of anything bigger than a squirrel in the entire park.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen a squirrel drag a human head, but it is onerous.
It's. Is there any?
That sight will haunt me for a long time, Fitz.
Do they put him in their cheeks?
Yeah. Only one at a time.
Skull
though.
in one.
Yeah, you can't do both sides of the cheek.
No.
That'd be ridiculous.
Is there any sign in the tree? So, yes, I've looked at something going up the tree. Is there any sign of disturbance to branches, breaking branches of something going into the tree from the top, maybe?
Yeah, it's interesting. There are broken and snapped branches from the crown of the tree down to the V, the sort of resting place, as it were.
And how do I interpret that? Is that something where it looks like something dropped on
To you,
top.
it looks like, with the way all the branches are broken, it looks an awful lot like something got dropped into the fork of the tree. It looks to you like the body was dropped into the tree. Or fell into the tree, or jumped into the tree, but came from above into the tree.
Yeah. And in that then, one last look at all the other trees in the area.
They're beautiful.
Peaceful?
Peaceful.
What type of trees are there on Long Island?
There's a mixture.
Some of these may have been introduced to the area.
Yeah, they're not all natives. It's actually, you find yourself near the introduced garden of the tree repository, as it were.
The tall tree introduced garden of, of
Famously.
New York State.
Yep.
Any other trees that have that similar type of damage on the top of them?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
From what you can see, they all look like they have undamaged foliage.
Yeah. Okay.
There's no signs to you that there's like a sort of roost or a nest for anything. Like if there was a something the
wasn't,
size
but
of an eagle or whatever, you would see the sort of
wary
pathway.
I'm thinking more if things might have been landing in the tree.
Yeah,
Is there signs of it landing in other trees?
not that you can see. Certainly nothing
You
of those
see a
dimensions.
nest 40 foot wide.
Containing a large grey pachyderm. No. With big ears.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room.
So Kane.
So you're satisfied?
I'm satisfied that I've been through that scene.
You've still got the other crime scene you want to
Yeah,
visit.
which
the
I head
dentist.
towards whilst Chook's still doing his
Okay,
analysis.
so that's next stop. Is it dentist office?
Yeah.
Henry will be finishing up very soon. By the time you get there, he'll be done.
Yay.
He's going through his last thing
I
now.
can't watch any more of this.
Kane, Richard is just proceeding to Quantico to
Heading back to Quantico to
this-
speak to Thomas Carson.
express elevated to the gallows, or you're not sure?
Don't know. It doesn't feel positive, but I feel like we're still making progress. So
Just wanted to call you in, say what a great job you've been doing. Get back out there.
I'm trying to remain optimistic. I'm hoping this analysis has come back and he just wants to tell me in person for some reason.
Years from now, we'll be like, what have happened to that Richard guy, the doctor?
I was going to say what happened to that Kane guy. I want to flag with you. It's going to be about 10 o'clock at night when you get there, and you will have been driving all day.
Yep.
So there's probably going to have to be a plan before you turn around and drive back. So you're probably going to be gone for a reasonable amount of time. But that's a problem for future Kane and future Mike and future Fitz, because that's the end of this episode.
Hey, please tell me we're close to solving
Oh my
it.
God.
I'm running out of stuff to do.
It feels like you guys have no ideas.
I feel really dumb. Like it's something really obvious, and that everyone else listening will be like, are they doing a bit? Have they not picked up on it's clearly this?
I'm worried that it's almost panto and like everyone listening will be like, it's behind you.
Yeah, it's
like,
clearly a Hungarian assassin in a helicopter
Yeah.
that's doing what. And I'm just
Remember
like,
when the jogger-
just-
Dragon. Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, remember when the jogger said, oh, and I saw the killer and he lives at 47 Smith Street?
Yeah.
And we forgot
and
that
he was
part.
wearing a bright yellow tracksuit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, no, I wasn't writing stuff
blanked all
down
that.
then.
Dr. Murphy's like, yeah, I remember that. I just didn't think it was
Is it
relevant.
Bruce Lee?
Oh, yes.
Bright yellow tracksuit. I assume it's Bruce Lee in a helicopter.
That or Uma Thurman.
Or
Oh,
Uma
is that
Thurman.
why she was wearing it?
Yeah, so
We're leaving that in.
Yeah.
He's just figured it
That
out.
makes sense.
homage.
I also figured that out just then. Yeah.
Yes. I like having you around, Kane.
Both of you on the dum-dum list.
Take the heat off me.
This has been episode 3 of Delta Green, a victim of the art. Thank you very much for listening. As always, I have been Gordon.
I've been Kane.
I have been Fitz.
And Mike.
We will catch you next time. Thanks.
Flashing Badger.